So now in the second step, I will go to this. I'll just cross this from here and I'll just go to this uh, Excel file, right? So in the Excel file, I'll download this again. Okay. So as you can see that this is the complete Excel sheet that made ChatGPT for me. See, it's like quite eye-opening for me because if you start making it by yourself, you need a lot of time, right? You need at least hours to create this kind of sheet, right? But what ChatGPT has done, page one, page two, page three, and page four, right? And this sounds quite attractive, like NRM2 Takeoff. What assumptions ChatGPT had made, right? What unquantified and RFIs. So RFIs mean request for informations, right? It also mentioned that this kind of RFIs you can raise because in your drawing these details are missing. So what you can do is you can just ask from the client that I need clarification on these points. So we will say it. Then we have openings. These openings are like doors and windows. This is the complete schedule. So if we see NRM2 takeoff, so what it says, item NRM2 elements. So NRM2 is basically an elemental form of standard measuring procedure. It will tells you that in this particular column, it shows that what category it is, right? Then we have description, we have unit, we have quantity, we have status, and basic quantification. It will tells you that how ChatGPT quantify it, right? So then we have first is substructure. So the very first point is, of course, the substructure, right? This is the substructure. Then we have external walls, external and internal finishes. Then we have floor finishes. Then we have roof. Then we have doors, windows, and we have sanitary appliances and accessories, titled accessories. So it gives you, for example, substructure, concrete ground bearing floor slab, structure bearing beneath the floor slab, concrete sidewalk. It says concrete sidewalk, perimeter, external wall. So it makes a mistake. For example, for substructure, we don't need it because substructure is not part of course, the architectural drawing. So architectural drawing, we will just only quantify what we can see. So what we can see is basically those items that we can quantify the wall quantity, right? So we are not going to quantify these columns because column will be part of structural drawing, right? So inside we will say that what is the finishing of this floor. As you can see that this is schedule. So whatever is on the schedule, we will only quantify those things, right? So that is the important point. And here, ChatGPT missed that information. The reason ChatGPT missed that information because we did not mention it specifically that this is the architectural drawing. And ChatGPT is unable to understand that this domain has uh, nothing to do with the substructure. So this you can simply delete it. You don't need it because it's not what you're looking for, right? So you're mostly looking for these areas, these parts, right? These finishes, and you will also see these door and windows, and then sanitary appliances as well. Okay, you can quantify it from here. So it gives the quantities as well. And if you go, this is the very important basic quantification method in which you can clearly understand that how ChatGPT quantify this, right? For example, it says 21.11. So gross external wall area less D01 window. So what he has done, he just got the full area, then he detected the door opening D01, W1, 2 into W2 and W3. So what he has done basically, he got the full area. For all this full area, he quantify it. Then what he did, he detect this door, right? He detect windows. That is, this window he detected, this window he detected, this window he detected, and this window he detected. So first he quantified this full length. Then he detected door. Door number two he detected. This door need to be detected, I think, because this is in the internal wall. And then he detected the window, 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 window. All he has done for us, right? So we can cross verify this there, whether ChatGPT is doing right job or ChatGPT is not doing the right job. In order to see that, what we do is we will just simply quantify this full, and then we will try to detect this. Okay. But according to ChatGPT, the quantity is 21.11, right? So what it says, 50 mm rigid thermal insulation. That's very interesting. I can't, without ChatGPT, I might not consider this as an item. So it's quite important for you as well. And 100 CMU inner leaf, right? So it says there is a cavity bowl. So cavity bowl has two portions, internal leaf and external leaf. So gross external wall area less openings. This is the same quantity, the same formula, the same basis of quantification. So 100 CMU toilet partition, assume 1.5 long and 2.6 high, less D02, right? So sand and cement rendered to external walls, paint to the external render wall. So it's already quantified the paint quantity as well, right? So here we need to see that whether this is right or this is not right. So paint quantity and the wall quantity will remain same. And then we have sand and cement render to workstation wall, paint to workstation walls, right? Glazed ceramic wall tiles to toilet up to 2.16 meters. Then we have sand, cement render, and paint above the toilet tiles. So these all quantities you can verify back if you want. And this is also the basis of how the quantification has been done, right? So